welcome into your reading. This is going to be a general message for the month of November 2024. So we're going to take a look at what is to come for you guys this month, what to anticipate, what is the focus, what you need to know. Hopefully you gain some insight and perspective. As always, that is my intention for my readings here on YouTube for you guys. So how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well during this holiday season. I am recording on October 30th, so tomorrow is Halloween. So hope you guys enjoy that day as well. I don't know exactly who I'm reading for when I do the Gemini readings. I never really know, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is because there is a specific group of you that I connect to because it's always such an intense energy when I am reading for the Gemini. I don't know if it has to do with my own birth chart. I have Gemini in the 8th house, and I have my North Node is conjunct Chiron in Gemini. So maybe there's something about that and the reason why I feel it so strongly and I see such a huge picture. And this story is so important when I am giving your readings that it stands out. Okay. And I'm not saying this because I have like a Gemini in my life that I'm super close to, nothing like that. It's just when I'm doing your readings, like I said, when I'm channeling for you guys, it's such an intense energy. And it's the same thing this month for you with these two cards that I'm looking at right now. So when I channel, I pull some oracle ahead of time so I can connect. And you have focus on the light, the number 37, and sacred purpose, the number 43. So this is eternal flame and ancestral legacy. So what this is making me feel is for the month of November, there will be a lot of attention on you and or the group of people that you're working with, that you're creating something with. I don't know, some of you are starting a business or you're involved in some kind of project that is, whether you know it or not, it could be really, really successful. And it could be more important and make more of an impact than you initially thought it would. Okay, so there may be some of that energy coming through where you're starting to realize and become more aware as you grow this thing or as you work on this project. It's just getting bigger and bigger. There's more attention, there's more eyes on it, there's more visibility here. And I think that you have an important role to play in that. For some of you, this is your doing, right? This was your idea even, or you started this, you had a vision. And again, it doesn't have to be work related. It could be a project. It could just be something that you've been working on, even in your personal life, as it relates to a vision that you had. And you started something because you felt it in your heart. You started something because you were connected to it, or you thought it was the right thing to do, or you thought it would help others in some way. Maybe for some of you, it would help your family, because I'm getting a lot of family energy coming through in your reading today. And in November, there may be some distraction from the reason you started this in the first place. So because this thing is turning out to be such a success, there's like, with more success comes more responsibility, right? Or with more success comes more, intent to make it even better. Okay. So you may be thinking about that as well. Like, wow, this is doing really well. What else can I do? What else can I add to it? What else can I create to make it even better? And the message here is maybe just to take a step back and remember why you started it in the first place. I don't know if there may be an ego trip here in November, or, just that sense of like total success where you're basking in your results and your glory. Maybe you got some money out of this thing. You feel really good, and that's okay. I'm not saying that, you shouldn't feel good. Of course you should feel good. You should feel extremely accomplished. But for some reason, spirit is coming in and wanting to remind you that you started this for a reason, check back in with your heart, check back in with the light inside of you, and maintain the flame. So that's another part of this, is like, we can get so distracted and our focus goes on other things. And sometimes there's like or not sometimes, but most of the time in life, there are a few really important things in our life, right? Like us being alive, like taking care of ourselves and our bodies and making sure that we don't die, right? Like taking care of us. And then also our family, right? If you have a partner, if you have children, if you're responsible for your parents, things like that, your home that you live in, and how you make your money, right? Like these are really big, important things that us humans, while we live on this 3D dimension on this planet, we need to take care of. So tending the flame, tending the light. So tending yourself, tending your home, tending your family, tending to your parents, tending to your job, like things like that. And trying to maintain a balance and a consistency when it comes to the flame and that ongoing light, and be careful not to go into other less important, even for some of you, darker or lower vibe type of energies, right? Like drama or gossip or jealousy or envy. Not saying that you are, but maybe others, especially when you have all the light on you, especially when you're such a success, that may be coming into play. You may have to deal with other people's pride and their ego being hurt because you are such a success, which in turn may have you focused on those things instead of tending to the light and tending to the things that are really important at this time. And then with sacred purpose, as always, whoever I pick up on, in the Gemini readings, you have a bigger purpose here. Okay. I think that as I do these readings more and more for you guys, the biggest lesson that I feel that this group has in this lifetime is just knowing when to shift your focus onto better things, knowing your worth, knowing your value, and really becoming aware of the fact that you are made for more in this life. If you are tending to lower vibrations, drama, things that are hurtful, things that don't add to the quality of your life, and things that just drain you and take that quality of life away from you, those are the wrong things to be focused on during this lifetime for this group. Because it's always a message of you have a bigger purpose here. And if you don't see that yet, you will see it. And once that time comes for you to see that, you may have some regrets about how you have spent years focused on the wrong things, right? Like go for more. You have a goal, and maybe your goal is modest. Maybe you settle, maybe you don't want to really push yourself, but Spirit is always telling me to tell you to push yourself, because you are needed in bigger ways in this lifetime. Okay, so whether that's your family that's going to need you in bigger ways, that is more of like a social circle or influence that you may have at some point in life that's going to need you in bigger ways. But your existence, as all of us, yes, our existence here is important, but at the same time, it's not, right? You think about it at a bigger scale, we are a tiny dot, even less than that in a bigger scheme of things, right? Like we are nothing. But for a reason, we are living this life and experiencing life on this planet in this form, so we can experience I always say, our senses, right? Like we come into a 3D reality, our soul jumps into a 3D reality so we can experience life in material form. So while we are here, we might as well live the best life that we can live, because we're not here for long. Eventually, right, we are going to leave this body and move on. So even though, yes, there's a concept of we are nothing compared to the bigger scheme of things, that's too much to focus on, right? We are on this planet. Let's focus on this lifetime and what we can do while we are alive here. And there's a lot that you need to do and that you can do. You're capable of doing. There's more, okay? If you already think that you've achieved something, I'm telling you, you can achieve more. You just have to tend to this light and focus on the right things. Eternal flame, focus on the light. This card discusses tending to the flame and making sure that the light never goes out. This card is saying eternal flame. There is a urgent, important message here for you not to allow that light to go dark, okay? Maybe some of you are on the verge of going dark. Maybe you are wanting or feeling or yearning this shadow, more dark side of yourself. And there's a time and place for all of that, don't get me wrong. But for some reason, the light is a focus here, especially in the month of November. All right. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's start to pull some tarot and see what comes up for you guys for the month of November. Did I say this already? If you come across this reading on any other time outside of November, I hope that you can get a message from it as well. So it doesn't have to be just for November. General energy, personal energy for the Gemini for the month of November, please. Personal energy. Ooh. Gemini. The Fool. New start. Fresh energy, taking a risk, taking a leap. Oh my gosh, I can't. Yes, I feel the chills all over my body. Like the Fool and the Empress, you are in prime, state right now to take this leap and make this move. Whatever move it is that you're thinking about doing, this is your time to do it. It's the right time to do it. You are abundant. You have everything you need. And I'm also getting for sure here with the Empress that there's something that you have, a skill set, maybe resources, experience, a position, a title, something like that, where you are in an influential state, right? Like you can influence the direction of something here. And meaning that there's some control that you have behind this, right? Decision making, and doing something for the sake of helping others as well here with the Empress. Once you get to the Emperor Empress status, you have more than enough, right? You've gone through all the stages that it is almost your duty and obligation at this point to help and provide and be of service. Because what else, what else do you have to learn here? What other types of lessons do you have to learn once you get to the Empress and the Emperor status, besides giving back, right? And being of service? You don't need the help at this point. People need your help, right? So there's something about that coming through for me here. Just maybe some of you are moving. I'm getting that, picking up, packing up, moving, maybe closer to family members or people who, need your assistance or something. But it is a risky move. It's a bold move. And I think the universe is blessing this completely. I think that you are going to be very safe and secure and steady and grounded. And wherever this is taking you, you are going to start to feel and experience more of the pleasures that this life has to offer here with the Empress. The Empress also, for me as a reader, it talks about popularity as well. And so, showing up somewhere, all eyes are on you. You have achieved something, and you are well respected in your field or something like that, right? So big energy here, 2 face cards in your personal energy, which means that, and with these cards specifically, there is a fire under you at this time, as we have been discussing. The Fool is a fiery element, a fiery energy, and the Fool takes the risk. The Fool is bold. The Fool understands the concept of consequence, but doesn't dwell on it, right? It's more like, I believe in this cause. I think that this is the right move. I want to go this way. Like how whatever stage of maturity the Fool is in, the Fool will make the move and deal with the consequences as they come. Especially with these 2 cards together, you have the confidence to deal with anything that comes your way. So, great energy here for you guys. I'm also getting with the Light card that whatever you focus on, whatever you want to create, these 2 cards are giving me creation vibes. Whatever you want to create, if you put the light on it, meaning focus, even your literal eyesight, like a vision board or something, right? Or like you're eyeing a house that you want to buy or a car that you want to buy or something like that. If you put the light on it, which that is symbolic for, if you literally look at it with your eyes, you are shining light on the thing, making it conscious, making it present, making it a reality. This is your form of manifestation, especially in the month of November, maybe moving forward, where if you notice that if you look at it and long enough, or you want it hard enough, it will come and you will see that. Jump on that, right? Like that energy doesn't last forever, and we don't get that type of blessing often, unless you're like a Sagittarius or you have a lot of like really good Jupiter placements. But other than that, if you notice that you are always in the right place at the right time during this month, or you are manifesting, jump on that bandwagon, on that trail, right? And continue to do that and see how much you can gain out of it is what I'm feeling. But the light, whatever you put your focus on, you can create. Okay, we're going to look at your love and relationship energy. This is just going to be a quick 2-card pull for love and relationship. I am starting to do love readings per sign every month. So subscribe to the channel, take a look at those. Once I'm done with the November readings, I'll start on the love readings. So 3 cards came out for your relationship energy. I was just going to pull 2. Surprises, okay? So I want you, if you're taking this seriously, remember to tend the light, because there is so much distraction in your relationship zone this month. So much. If you have been ignoring your person because you're in some kind of conflict, your person is going to act out like abnormally in some way here. With the Tower and the 7 of Swords, there's intention to break something down. There's intention to ruffle the feathers in some way. At the same time, you have Temperance, and I never really get a bad vibe from the Temperance card, but it is associated with the Seven of Swords, and the Tower is not biased to good or bad. It just is an energy of breakdown and surprise and things that are not expected. So this is just a warning. Okay, you're trying to, or someone is trying to come together in a relationship with you, or you them. But there is deceit here. The Seven of Swords is the card that I like the least in the deck. Depending on how it's paired will also determine the severity of that dislike. So, I mean, I don't know, Gemini. This is really challenging. And it just feels extremely distracting. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's not getting their way or getting the attention or something like that. So they are trying to get attention here. And they are doing it at all costs. And they are messing with things and breaking things down and moving things around to distract you and get you out of your light here. This person may also be someone from your past, coming back from the dead, quote unquote. I don't know. I'm picking up on spirit here. I'm picking up on literal dead spirits, like somebody from your past that is not alive, coming back from the dead type of thing. And I know that we are close to Halloween, Day of the Dead. If you practice or believe in any of that, or, celebrate those days, the veil is thin at this time, right? So whether you are doing some type of like divination work, or somebody is on you, or there is a literal spirit around you that has to do with love. Okay, so maybe it was an old relationship or something like that, but it's spirit is messing with your love life at this time. And I think that it's more in the sense of becoming aware of the fact that somebody in your life is deceitful, does not have the best intentions, holds things back, is not completely open, but also very strategic, and everything they say and they do is part of their plan. It's part of their plan. And I don't know if their intentions are good. It doesn't feel that they are good. And I think spirit is coming in to warn you, to help you see that once and for all. But I don't know, just something to keep in mind, because this may definitely ruin all of this success that you have had in other areas of life. This is definitely going to come in between that and distract you. And from my experience and what I know, these types of people are very narcissistic. So the people that know that, you're doing good and you're being successful, instead of encouraging you and adding to that success, they just want to take it away and get the attention and throw you off and make you feel shitty and ruin your day. And, it's that one, I don't know if it's a meme, but it's like toxic relationships. You have your day ruined by 8 o'clock sharp, right? Like in the morning, like, you're in a toxic relationship when first thing in the morning, you're already feeling shitty because of your person. So I don't like that at all here for you. So let's look at your career and finances. Again, if you want more info on your love life, check out the love readings for the Gemini that I'm going to put out this month. Okay, so career and finance. You have the 9 of Cups and the Devil. Yeah, your relationship is coming. It's definitely coming in between your money and your job here. And for some of you, if you work with your person, it's like work relationship drama. Okay, I want to say you're too good for this. Why are you spending your time on stuff like this? But we all have our moments. So maybe you're at that stage. And all that you have to gain from something like this is a lesson. Okay, a lesson learned. So go through it. Hopefully you're aware enough to know that this is not a good relationship for you. This person is not good for you. And yes, it may be hard to get out of it, but once you're out of it, you'll see the lesson and you'll learn something and you'll gain some wisdom and some maturity, and you'll know like the red flags and how not to attract that type of person anymore and be in those types of relationships anymore, right? Like that's the good part, but you have to go through it, unfortunately, to learn those lessons. What else? I mean, taking relationship out of work life, this just makes me feel that you are in control. Somebody here has authority for sure, but it's just a matter of how are you using that authority? Are you using it for the good and the benefit of your people, of the business? Are you putting the business first? Are you putting the people first? Or have you reached enough success that you are super and overly confident on the verge of being arrogant and, which happens. So you want to be careful with that. Maybe somebody in your work environment is acting that way. And again, going back to the Nine of Cups, going back to the light, finding your heart again, right? Like getting a wake up call, like look at how you've been acting, look at how you've been treating your people, or look at, or maybe somebody in your environment, it's like maybe they're getting a wake up call. Why did you start this job to begin with? Why did you start this business to begin with? Because you had love, you wanted to help, you wanted to be of service, you wanted to, help other people in some way. And I think that maybe, and this is no judgment, but it is coming up from the get-go with this focus on the light card, that you're forgetting that. You're forgetting your heart, and you're forgetting, the reason why you started all of this to begin with. So just be careful with that. But you're very successful. I mean, the devil here in a finance reading, or career reading, there is power. There's power play, power moves that someone is making, and whether for good or bad, still here. All right, we're gonna take a look at more tarot, go into a 9-card spread, and get some more details on your situation this month. Okay. All right, so we're starting off the month with the 8 of Pentacles. So work is on the mind. Queen of Cups. This could be someone else because it's a cup card. And the 5 of Cups. Oof, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, you have, in your personal energy, you have so much power and fire behind you, and you're in a really, really good place. But everything else around you is just drama and chaos and toxicity. Like, I don't know. The 5 of Cups has you feeling down, has you feeling sad. There's a sense of loss from an emotional perspective. You have the Queen of Cups. If this is another person, this person is like at the center of your mind. They're taking up space in your mind, and you're doing a lot of work. A lot of work. You're overworking because you're so distracted also. Like, instead of working smarter, you're working harder because you're not really doing the best. You're not being as efficient as you can be if you weren't so distracted. For some of you, you are missing a Queen of Cups. You don't have the Queen of Cups in your life. So you're just over focused on work, which is good. It's good to do that. Instead of doing nothing, at least you're doing something. It's like the beginning of November, you're on autopilot and you're just working, and having this whole situation in the back of your mind. It's like a depressed person that's working a 9 to 5 because, I don't know, they're trying to not deal with their emotions and their loss and the situation that they've gone through with another person in a relationship even. I don't know. I'm feeling like get away. I'm feeling take a break, take some time, pack your bags, go on a solo journey, right? Like go somewhere by yourself and really deal with those emotions, really deal with your pain and your loss here. Yep. In the middle of the month, you have the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, something is done, something is over, a phase is over. You are overcoming a situation at this point. Yeah, you're overcoming something. Oh, thank goodness. You have the star here. There's hope, okay? There's hope. You're going to be okay as long as you maintain this light and tend to your light, tend to your heart, tend to your flame. You will be okay. If you're experiencing loss, if you've experienced loss, whether that's in a physical form or in a spiritual form in some way, look, like trying to get out of yourself, right? Like an out of body experience, looking at yourself from a different perspective, right? And understanding, again, going back to that big picture of we are here and we experience loss just the way we experience gain. We experience sadness just the way we experience happiness. We experience pain just the way we experience love, right? Like it's all an interchangeable situation here. Emotion, situation, circumstances fluctuate. We are in a state of continuous movement at being a human being, continuous change. There's so many complexities that come with being human in this type of life that we can't expect things to be perfect forever. You experience the pain and you work through those emotions and you learn and you gain wisdom and you move forward and you say goodbye to something with love, with grace. You appreciate the time you had with it. You appreciate the things you felt while you were in that situation. We can hold on so tightly to things, to detach from the concept of this person is my person, right? This is my thing. I own this thing. Even your children, like they are not ours, detach from it, see it from a different perspective, love it. Yes. Experience it completely. But know consciously and logically that this is not yours at the end of the day, right? We leave this body, we die. That's it. So try your best to not spend so much time focusing on the loss and instead love it. Appreciate the time you had. Appreciate what you learned. Take the memory, take the good, and apply some of this stuff into your next phase, wherever it is that you're going next. Because again, for the Gemini, you're going big places. If you choose to, and if you focus on the right things, you literally have the star. There's like no limits here with you and what you can do. And I know that if you are in a state of depression, it's really hard to hear that right now, but it's true. You can feel pain and be depressed, but still be awake and still be conscious, still have that higher sense, that higher mentality, that higher knowing. I know I feel shitty. I know I'm sad. I know I feel abandoned, betrayed, hurt, stabbed in the back, whatever it is that happened, right? You can be conscious of the fact that you're feeling it, but you don't have to make it you and your identity and what you are. You can let go, detach, and continue on and move on and know that you're meant to experience something else. in this life. Something is coming next. That's inevitable. There's always something coming next. We cannot stop that. That's always there. It's coming. The next thing is coming. Strength, yes. 6 of Swords. 9 of Cups. The end of the month, your courage, your bravery, your heart is coming into focus here. And I'm hearing like picking yourself up by the bootstraps and moving forward, which is perfect. Like this is what you do, you know, humbling yourself, coming back down to earth, coming back down to reality, understanding that you, like the reason why you started this thing, right? Getting a sense of who you are again, connecting with yourself again. It just feels like coming back to self and getting out of the mental anguish that this situation has caused you and going toward a more emotional, fulfilling life, a more emotional, fulfilling circumstance, experiences, right? Things that will nourish your heart, things that will add quality to your life, whether they are here or not, but you know that you're moving toward something better because you have the wisdom now and you can make better decisions now, right? Like to attract the better, to put yourself in better situations and put yourself in contact with higher vibing, more loving people or the right work environment, like whatever it is. You are aware, you're awake. You can see where you may have went wrong here. You spent too much time on something that really hurt you. Thank you. Next, right? Thank you for the time. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the good moments. Thank you for the bad moments. I leave you with love and grace, and I wish you well, whatever that is, if it's a person, thing, place, whatever. And now I am moving on to whatever comes next with a big heart, devoted to myself, devoted to the people I love, that are like your family, right? Like the good people. And just looking for more pleasant, positive situations, circumstances, experiences. But you're finally like going into your mind and putting some of these chaotic thoughts away. You know, it's like you're coming out of the dark. You're coming out of the dark night of the soul. You're coming out of the transformation and you're going toward more love here. You're seeing the light and you see that the light's there and you want to tend to that light. Right? Right. All right, Gemini. Well, this is your reading for November. I hoped it helped someone and I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please, I would really appreciate if you clicked on the like button. So that way this video can circulate, this message can circulate to more people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I'd love to have you there. And if you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is on the description of this video. So you can just email me and we will set something up. All right, next sign I'm going to read for is the sign of Cancer. So if you have any Cancer placements or know a Cancer, check that video out. Okay, have a great holiday season. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.